right, here we go. We got storms and clouds and wind, and who knows what kind of latency was going on here today. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hayoke empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. There's so much I was gonna take today because it's the day of rest and all, and it's all wet and rainy, and I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna move today. We got till the 1st. I mean, basically, there's not really, once I get the U-Haul truck, I mean, it's a day, really. I just keep stretching it out because I want to hang out with the cat still. And I get a message yesterday from a young couple, 18 years old, young couple, and they don't have any place to go. And they don't have anywhere to go. They have no place. They got nowhere else on the planet to go, and the system is not designed to help anybody. So, yesterday I was like, okay, well, keep planning to find another place, but I might have a solution just for tonight. Yeah. And I hear nothing back. And then now it's 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're like, when can we come over? And it's like, what? Oh, now I get to get up and clean out the room and do a bunch of work I wasn't planning on doing because you didn't communicate with me yesterday. And so I just moved a bunch of, there's a corner for 2 people to sleep, I'm not trying to, that's the thing is too many people have too many creature comforts, and they're going to realize what it's going to be like to not have those creature comforts and how hard you got to work to keep those, And young people, if you don't know where you're going to sleep with you don't yourself know going to sleep, you don't know where you're going to put your head. You're 18, don't be fucking your boyfriends and girlfriends and making more kids and getting pregnant and making more kids, and you don't know where you're going to put them either. Because that's just selfish, chasing's and selfish. You got to feel good, get that instant gratification, get your rocks off, and then here comes little baby that has to fucking suffer because their parents are fucking dumb. How many people are on the planet right now that you're here because your parents were stupid and were just chasing sensations and didn't care about the outcome or the ramifications because they could just just abort it or whatever. Just no responsibility. Just someone else will take care of your problem, huh? So I'm doing this talk early because I'll be having company here in a little bit. And old boy's going to get a tasted dose of reality. Yesterday's like, can I bring my PlayStation? Otherwise it's going to suck. You know what? It needs to suck. Because it's that fucking PlayStation is why you're in the way that you're in right now. It's because you spent too much time on that fucking PlayStation doing the same thing over and over, and you didn't plan ahead. And people aren't planning ahead. They're not planning ahead. Hey, don't be mean. You're so cute. I'm gonna miss you, little shits. Don't be mean to my bitty bits. So, a lot of people are moving. A lot of people are moving. Not just me. I was thinking about Zach just moved. He's such a prima donna, man. I thought that was funny that post that Dutch Sense posted recently about Zach talking shit about him. I'm just like, he just alienates everybody. And he's only got a piece of the puzzle. If he cooperated and was like cool and just like, embrace more of the pieces of the puzzle, the community would get a lot better. But like, people don't want to work at him because ultimately the end result is he's just going to tell you how stupid you are. He's just going to end up telling you how dumb you are. Nobody wants to hear that. So anyway, people on my feet are moving. There's a lot of shift right now going on in the world. A lot of stuff changing. And I'm ready. I'm ready to just... I'll have like all winter to unpack this stuff, to settle in. This is the first time we've been settled in a long time. So I'm ready for it. I can start mapping out my mind, the garden and stuff. It'll be good. Huh, Ma? You excited? Yeah. I went into the freaking... supposedly the premier furniture shop in Taos, New Mexico. I don't really get that vibe at all. And I go up to the lady that sold me my bed, and I was just like, okay, I need to know, because it's on back order. I said, I need to know if it's on the kind of back order that it's like, it's on a shelf and it's going to come here. Stop! Knock it off! Separate. And or is it the kind that it's on a cargo plane out on the coast of Alabama or something like that? Because, you know, how long have we got to wait? And she's like, I don't know. I don't think it's really, really back ordered, though. It's not the bad kind of back order. And I was like, okay. See, because I remember customer service where they would, like, stop what they're doing and then go up and, like, look up my order, see if the order was received. They would, like, actually follow up with my questions, you know? That's not the case anymore. Now, they look at you, they slow blink, they shrug, they go, I don't know. I just work here. I don't know. I mean, this society is like slowing down to a stroll. Customer service, man, if it's here where I live, we don't have time here. Nobody goes by any time. There's no accountability. I drove out to this little cafe in Carson City, just out in the middle of nowhere. You want to go out in the middle of nowhere, that's the place to go. Went out there just to check it out, and still ran into some people I've recognized from in town. It's kind of funny. And got some breakfast for me and Mom. Got something to eat for me and Mom. Got Mom some apple pie. She got some apple pie a la mode this afternoon. She grubbed it. It was a good piece of sliced apple pie. She ate it all. I'm like, man, I could have had a couple more bites of that. But, so she, grubbed on that. And so I got a bunch of cool pictures out there, right? Got a bunch of really cool pictures coming back in. It's such a pretty place. But I go out there, you know, there's a couple orders ahead of me, and it takes 30 minutes. It's just, you know, things get done when they get done, and you get what you get when you get it. And that's how it is. And it's not much more than that. So I wonder what it's like in big cities, because I do miss the convenience of things. I do. But I think more and more people are going to get to experience what it's like not to have the convenience of things. More and more people are going to get to know what it's like to be inconvenienced. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So anyway, Luna, what are you doing? Wait till I start talking, then do the naughty things? You're just doing the Benny, huh? So I got to go for a nice drive out there and took some pictures and had a really good Italian sandwich, though. That was pretty good. And I was just going to take a nice chill day off. And then I lay down in my meditate state and then get up to this, when can I come over? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I didn't hear nothing from you. Now I got to do shit because people are bad at communicating. Huh, Benny? Benny, I don't know why you're upset. I don't like... Oh, he's just stressed. So... It's okay, buddy. Benny, it's okay. So this kid gets one night here. He can have one night here, and they get the back room here, and then, yeah, there will be no fucking video game playing while we're here. He's like, I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't have a TV for you to set that up and all that stuff. No. You can think about what you're gonna do next. That's what you could do while you're here. You know, maybe get a bus to freaking. He wanted to move north, and maybe it's time they go before then or something. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. I talk about it all the time. Is the world is not equipped to help the people that need help, and there's so many people that just have kids just willy nilly, and there's all these kids around, these young adults, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20, that don't know how to go through life because their kids just. They're just an afterthought, and they didn't teach them how to take care of themselves. I was always under the impression that a parent's role was to make their role obsolete, and parents today they want to be their kid's buddy. Stop it! And a parent isn't supposed to be your child's buddy. You're supposed to teach your child how not to be the D-bag a-hole that society can't stand. But there's too many people. More parents just had their, they wanted expressions of their love and then didn't know how to freaking raise a decent human being. So now this is the society that we get. Because people get their ideas of how people need to be from what they see on TV. And that ain't even reality. Mom, I don't even know what we're going to do for dinner. I didn't think about that. See, that's the thing. Oh, I get all excited. That's the INFJ right there. It's like, I don't want to be around nobody ever, but then you want to help people. It just sucks. But then you help people and it just totally invades your life. It's just Mom, we're gonna go hide out on a timeline where people aren't. How does that sound?
That sounds interesting.
We're just gonna go be in the land of the lost where people aren't. Because there's so many stupid things happening on the planet. I'm so tired of this transgender nonsense. Get past yourselves. God don't make junk. You can't go, I used to think, I wanted to be a boy. I want to be a man. You know why I wanted to be a man? Because I grew up in a society where women coddled men. Where they coddled them and took care of them. And they worked really hard so the guys didn't really have to do much of anything. And they never had to do their own laundry or, do all that stupid housework stuff. They got to do all the fun stuff. That's the generation I grew up, They'd go out and work on cars and tinker and play and do whatever they wanted and then go home and then all their needs were met. That's why I wanted to be a man. And it still happens today. I see all these young girls driving around their freaking dudes, and they're the ones that are having the jobs and they're the ones that are buying it. The women are the ones that it's nothing. It doesn't change. It's still the same. Where are people going to find their inner initiative? Because the hard jobs are not getting filled. The hard stuff, the work that needs to be done to sustain society, Luna, they're not getting filled because people are too wishy-washy to do them. Luna, Artie, I'm shocked. It's you? Get out of there. So... yeah, people are getting... even readiness. People keep talking about military, World War III and all this stuff. It's not... And when I was in college back in the early 2000s, we talked because my professor, my main primary teacher, Professor Mr. Ed Haynes, he was like the dean of the IT department too. Also in conjunction to being my instructor at Bellevue University in Bellevue, Nebraska. And we talked about it because he was military, so, and I was current military. So based on, the conversations we had in class, we talked about the trajectory and what, the world wars would look like in the future. And they don't look anything like we were told they were in the past. It's not us going over and dropping bombs and whatnot, whatever they said that we did. It's not that. It's locking people out of their accounts. It's shutting off power to masses of people. It's all that stuff. And now we're getting closer to it because people have looked and seen that reality. That okay, and they're making it happen. Like the unethical hackers. Like there's an ethical, like all the hackers, the people that are just taking people's stuff and. It's just more means to just be shady shysters. And the world, people have the choice every day to act less like that, yet they find that they're more compelled every day to live more like that. So people have free will, They do. They can choose how they behave. They can choose the trajectory of our lives every day. And people still want to take the easier, softer way where there isn't any work to be done. Somebody's taking care of them, and they're going to learn lessons, real hard lessons this winter. A lot of real hard lessons. Ever since I was a kid, because there were so many scary things that I thought that could happen. You just always want to plan for everything. And I've carried that pragmatism my whole entire life. And so now it's like I've worked hard to be in a position where things are okay regardless of what situation comes up. We'll be okay. And then I'm just surrounded by people who are like, help me, because I don't know what I'm doing. Help me, because I'm just like, what, crabs in a bucket? What? How far down am I supposed to stay with you until you need to learn how to lift yourself up? Huh? All that stuff. I'm glad I didn't have kids in this incarnation. I am so glad. This is not they and like the kids that are born now, they're so emotional and they're so sensitive, and I understand that because I was like that. But the world is not it's getting more and more brutal because there's more and more people without feelings. There's more people without emotions. There's more narcissists. There's more what do you call them, people with sociopaths and all those just those people that are just connected from their spirit. They're just completely driven by ego, and they don't have any that moral compass that most people have. They don't have that right and wrong. Don't do that. Don't harm that person. Don't do that. You don't do kids. Don't do this. Don't harm animals. All that moral compass they just don't have. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, I'm just going to stand here for a second because I'm getting a call. And I don't want it to ring in my ear because it's annoying. So, aside from it being wet and rainy and dreary and cold and stuff today was a pretty good day. But I can't stay on too long. I just wanted to do a quick brief talk because I just had to get a couple things off my chest, and then company's coming. So, anyway, hope folks are doing pretty good out there. Hope things are doing pretty good. Hope folks are fine.